Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about volume of a prism. You may continue this video and pause it as needed to copy down the notes that you need to be written. But I'm going to talk about how to find volume of a prism. So volume is the amount of three-dimensional space an object occupies. And units for volume are always cubed. Unlike in area, it is cubed. Now, volume of a prism is area is equal to area of the base times height, which area of the base is the big B times h. Now, the big B is the same as saying length times width. What you have learned before is you have learned volume is equal to length times width times height. Now what we're doing is we're taking the length and width and taking it as known as the area of the base. So the base is the whole shape that is at the bottom of your 3D figure. So for this example, it takes 2 layers of 36 cubes to fill the box. So the volume would be 72 cubic layers because we take 36, which is how many are on the bottom, multiplied by the height, which is 2, and 36 times 2 is equal to 72 cubic units. Now, looking for volume of a cube. Volume of a cube, the thing is volume is equal to s to the third power, which is the same as saying volume is equal to side times side times side. That is the equation that we will use for a cube. Now, let's look at an example of a cube. First of all, we do have the same steps that we're going to follow through that we have done for all of the last few weeks of things. Our first step that we're going to do is we are going to write out the formula. Remember, this is the one to make sure that you have the correct formula down. That way you can get the correct answer. So right now the formula, we know volume is equal to side times side times side. After we are done with that, we are going to go to our next step, which is plug in the numbers that you know. You have to use what was given to you in the example and plug it into the formula so that you can get the correct answer. For here, we have side is 4 inches. So we would go volume is equal to 4 inches times 4 inches times 4 inches. Our third step is to multiply the numbers and solve. Remember your cubic units. So in the calculator, I'm going to type in 4 times 4 times 4. It equals, and my volume is equal to 64 inches cubed. For cube, we're going to use to the third power. That represents that is in cubic units. Our next example is the volume of a rectangular prism. Now, we have volume is equal to length times width times height. And remember, length and width is the same thing as saying big B times h. Volume is equal to big B times h. So you are going to see one of these two equations that will help you out either on the Georgia Milestone or in future books. So, when we solve in rectangular prisms, we're going to do the same steps that we did in a cube. We're going to follow those out, write out the formula. You'll see me do volume is equal to big B times h. We're going to be seeing big B a lot more often, so I'm getting you guys used to seeing big B. Now remember, your length and your width, that is your big B. So basically what it is volume is equal to 5 centimeters times 2 centimeters, and then times your height of 4 centimeters. When you get out your calculator, you're going to do 5 times 2, which is 10, times 4, which is 40, so your answer is 40 centimeters cubed. That's all you do. Moving on to our next example, volume of a triangular prism. Now, volume of a triangular prism, it's the same thing. We're taking this is going to be our big B, okay? Because we have a triangle, we know that we are going to say volume is equal to big B times H, or if you want to leave it as volume is equal to 1/2 base times height times length, you can. All right? And remember, this is the height, like if this is your triangle, this is your height, this is your base, this right here would be your length that you're going to use for L on the formula in there. Let's look at an example and see how we can do it. So as I'm looking, I see that this is a triangle by looking at it right here. I know that my right angle is right here to tell me it's a triangle, so I know this is my base and this is my height. Okay? This 20 centimeters does not, is TMI, too much information. We are not going to use that. This is our length of our prism that we're going to use that we need to go with. So I'm going to write out my formula. Volume is equal to big B times height. The volume is equal to 1/2 times 12 centimeters times 16 centimeters. I put that in parentheses, so that's my big B, and then I'm going to multiply that by 10 centimeters. I'm going to get my calculator out. I'm going to type in 12 times 16 divided by 2 times 10, and I'm going to get a volume of 960 centimeters to the third power, which is cubed. All right. Now, let's look at a few more examples of one of each one, and then we will do, I will let you guys stop this, and there's 4 problems that you are going to do and submit into Canvas. So the first one is a cube. What is the formula for volume of a cube? Volume is equal to side times side times side. We know that the side is 15 centimeters, so volume is equal to 15 centimeters times 15 centimeters times 15 centimeters. Get out our calculator, type in 15 times 15 times 15, and the volume is 3,375 centimeters cubed. That will be our answer. Again, remember, anytime if I'm going too fast, you can pause and rewind and rewatch it. Rectangular prism. We are going to write out the formula. Volume is equal to big B times H. Remember, length and width, that is our big B. The volume is equal to 10 inches times 5 inches. Then we're going to multiply it by the height of 8 inches. In my calculator, I'm going to do 10 times 5 is 50. 50 times 8 is 400, so my volume is 400 inches cubed. Our last example that we're going to talk about is a triangular prism. Again, volume is equal to big B times H. Here's my triangle. Here's my right angle. Tell me this is my height. This is my base. And there's only one more measurement, which tells me the height of my prism. So I'm going to plug those into my equation. Volume is equal to 1/2 times 9 centimeters times 12 centimeters. Those in parentheses, that's my base, times 18 centimeters. Get out the calculator. 9 times 12 divided by 2 times 18 is going to give you a volume of 972 centimeters cubed. Now, that is how you find volume of prisms, whether it's a cube, triangular prism, or a rectangular prism. You're going to use that formula and just multiply and come straight across. You will have 4 example problems to do and submit on Canvas. I hope you understand. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. Please do not email me through Canvas. email me through my regular email address, and I will get back to you in a timely manner. Thank you, and have a good day.